Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to day 2 of the 10th Tzu Chi Forum. It's wonderful to have you back with us again as we continue to explore how technology, guided by compassion and ethical responsibility, can foster greater goodness in our world. Today, we are gathered here at the Tzu Chi Foundation, Kowloon Tong, an environment rooted in humanitarian spirit, to reflect on how innovation can help us meet the urgent challenges of our time. To begin our morning, we are honored to invite Mr. Brian Seng, Assistant Commissioner for Data Application at the Digital Office of the Hong Kong SAR government, to offer our opening remarks. We are very grateful that despite his involvement in the ongoing fire relief efforts, he has made time to record a message for us. So let's watch his speech.
Mr. Yan, Dr. Kenneth Kwong, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is with heartfelt gratitude and respect that I join you remotely today at the 10th Tzu Chi Forum. I would like to thank the Buddhist Tzu Chi Charity Foundation and Seng University of Hong Kong for organizing the forum, bringing together leaders and experts from various sectors to share and exchange insights. The theme, Technology for Goodness, is not just inspiring, but speaks to the shared aspiration that unites everyone in this room, reflecting the collective desire to harness technologies and wisdom and compassion, ensuring that innovation serves humanity and contributes to a more harmonious society. At the heart of government technology applications lies a commitment to empathy, ethics, and social responsibility, using technology as a force for good to truly enhance public services and care for every citizen. Hong Kong, with its exceptional infrastructure, dynamic financial markets, and forward-looking regulatory environment, holds a strategic position as a regional hub for technological innovation. Beyond facilitating technology development, we set high standards to ensure that technology is applied ethically and humanely, embodying the spirit of technology for goodness. AI is one of the most influential technologies nowadays, and a key new quality productive force in digital transformation to raise productivity and open new paths for growth. The government recognizes AI as an essential tool for enhancing public service delivery for the well-being of the citizens. To further this commitment, the government has recently set up the AI Advocacy Enhancement Team to coordinate and steer government departments to apply AI technology effectively to their work, and drive government departments to launch AI flagship projects to better respond to public's expectation for efficient government and quality public services. Actually, our efforts have been non-stop. Various government departments have been actively exploring and developing applications that utilize AI technologies in diverse areas of public services and operations. For example, the I'm Smart platform of our office, that is the Digital Policy Office, exemplifies the spirit of technology for goodness through its citizen-centric design and continuous enhancement approach. Building the one-stop personalized digital services platform, I'm Smart provides a single digital identity for all Hong Kong residents to conduct online government and commercial transactions. Today, with over 3.9 million registered users, I'm Smart connects more than 1,300 online services from government, public and private organizations, as well as government electronic forms. Developed through design thinking methodology, the I'm Smart platform has been built around user needs and real user journeys with intuitive designs and streamlined workflows. Citizens can easily complete tax filing, vehicle license renewals, public service bill payments, and many other everyday tasks through a unified and one-stop experience. Looking ahead, Upcoming enhancements, including the integration of an AI assistant to the smart and the to-be-launched digital corporate identity platform, will further enhance personalized support and service recommendation. There are more examples. For instance, Architectural Services Department utilizes AI and drones for efficient detection of breaking off in deteriorating buildings. The Fire Services Department adopts AI for identifying human-like objects to enhance operational efficiency in mountain search and rescue operations. A 2-year scheme will be introduced to grant full subsidies to amputees in Hong Kong for the configuration and use of high-tech prosthetics free of charge, enabling them to benefit from new technologies. The Hong Kong Generative AI R&D Center launched its locally developed Hong Kong's first large language model in February this year. Developing based on this AI model, a local startup, Hong Kong Chat OmniServe, has launched the Hong Kong Chat mobile application 2 weeks ago for free pilot use by the public. Hong Kong Chat is a smart chatbot designed to be freely accessible to all Hong Kong citizens. The app incorporates Hong Kong's local knowledge and exhibits native-level mastery of biliteracy and trilingualism in traditional Chinese, simplified Chinese, and English, facilitating natural conversation that authentically reflect Hong Kong's unique multicultural identity. Upon its debut, Hong Kong Chat quickly achieved the #1 spot in the free app download rankings on Apple's Hong Kong App Store, reflecting public enthusiasm for local AI solutions. The aforesaid practical AI advancements necessitate robust governance frameworks. The development of AI must be steered by safety and driven by application. The core concept here remains people-oriented. Our office has released the Ethical AI Framework, providing clear guidance on developing AI's applications. Besides, we have also promulgated the Hong Kong Generative AI Technical and Application Guideline with a view to balancing the innovative development, application, and responsibility of AI, thereby constructing a governance framework with local characteristics that suits the Hong Kong context in AI ecosystem. However, building a safe and trustworthy AI ecosystem is not only the responsibility of the government, but also requires the participation of enterprises, institutions, and every citizen. When applying AI, it is essential to comply with laws and regulations, and in a safe and responsible manner, returning to the original intention of being people-oriented. Digital inclusion is also a vital priority. Our office promotes a variety of digital inclusion measures under the Smart Silver program to help the elderly to understand and use digital technology products and services. This includes outreach program, mobile digital service stations, regular and fixed point training on digital technology and technical support, enriched ICT training, and a web-based learning portal. The aim is to equip elders with essential digital skills to fully embrace the benefits of technology-enabled services, covering basic smartphone operation, popular government mobile applications such as Smart, eHealth, HA Go, etc., and cyber security knowledge, as well as more advanced topics such as smart healthcare, mobile payments, and AI. Nowadays, over 160,000 elders have benefited from training and outreach activities, bridging the digital divide with compassion and care. As a leading smart city, Hong Kong is committed to developing AI responsibly and ethically, fostering regional and international cooperation to ensure technology serves human welfare. In closing, I wish this forum great success and inspiring outcomes. Thank you very much.
At our next session, we are honored to have Dr. Kenneth Kwong, Associate Director of the Institute of Knowledge Exchange at HSU, as our host for this panel on managing for social impact in the era of technological change. Dr. Kwong, please.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining our panel discussion session. So not only me, I also invite three distinguished guests and professors to join this panel. So may I first invite Dr. Ricky Szeto, the chairman of the advisory committee, the Center for Management as a Liberal Art from the Hang Seng University of Hong Kong. Hey, Ricky, please. Thank you. So apart from Ricky, please take a seat. I also invite Mr. MC Wong, an AI consultant, practitioner, trainer, and developer. Hey, Ricky, MC, please. So finally, Dr. Tzu Chi, so the Associate Professor, School of Translation and Foreign Language, and also the Center Director of the Humanity Buddhist Center. Chan, please. So thanks a lot. Okay, let's take a seat and we can have our discussion. So the panel, okay, the panel session, our title is Managing for Social Impact in the Era of Technological Change. So in this panel, we would like to explore the opportunity as well as the challenges, okay, when we are using technology to solve problems and to make a better world. So in particular, we may also focus on the AI. So today, the artificial intelligence is really popular. So for example, in my class, I taught to the student, should we use, okay, such as DeepSeek, okay, or other ChatGPT to help our assignment? Now, of course, okay, on the bright side, okay, it will speed up our work, okay, and I think MC might also share some of the experience about the productivity with the use of the AI or the technology. It really is, okay, advance, okay, our world, okay, and make us to have a kind of a better life. But on the other hand, okay, we also have to think about the challenges, okay. So what are the challenges of using, the AI properly, okay. So I can see, okay, the good side, like the productivities, okay, or, to make our world better. But on the other hand, we have to think about, okay, how can we balance, okay, the use of the technology and, on the human side. So, so anyway, maybe I can go to the first question, okay? Not the first question, but actually I should pass the time, okay, for my panel member. Let them talk about themselves, okay? And, a brief introduction. Maybe let Ricky first. Ricky, please.
Yeah, good morning. I need to express my honor here with my little background. I running business and slash also with teaching in university in corporate governance, and my business is about herbal drinks and herbal product, and running train in the shops, and so I still facing a lot of challenging and never end, especially in today's environment, and also I am deeply influenced by the two major thought or belief, my Christianity background and also the Drucker thought. So today I also bear a capacity of management as a liberal art foundation, and we used it to have the name as Drucker Academy. And so I will share a little bit more about Drucker Fort, especially in innovation side. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ricky. So actually, Ricky is a very senior business executive. He was also the academic before in the Xi'an University. And I know Ricky for a long time, so especially he will also share some ideas from the Peter Drucker, one of the very famous management scholar. And I know Drucker has a lot of ideas, okay, about the technology, how the technology will go to change, okay, our life, okay. So of course there is a bright side and also there is the dark side. Anyway, let me pass the time to MC. Let him introduce himself.
Thank you, Kenneth. Hello, everyone. I'm MC. I'm very happy to be here to share with you. And it's interesting that all of us are teaching in university. Yeah, I hold a position of lecturer in the Hong Kong campus of the University of Sunderland, which is UK university, and I'm more focused on strategy and finance. And other than that, I'm also an AI application trainer and developer, and kind of extreme. On one hand, I do the latest AI application industry trend training to the board of directors of listed companies. Most of them are quite traditional, like manufacturing, construction, even energy. And then I got a point of view from the board of directors, how they are viewing, trying to understand what AI is trying to do to business. And on the other hand, I also do training, and I'm also a developer, do hand-on-hand, line-by-line coding application to support some of like NGOs, some of the education organization, and also some startup. And then I also train individual workers, those who really use AI for their daily work. So I have two extreme point of view, one from the very hands-on one from the strategy one. So I would like to share more about the workplace implication of AI today. Thank you.
Thank you, MC. As MC mentioned, I will describe him as a kind of a scholarly practitioner. So on one hand, he teaches in the Sutherland University, but on the other hand, he also provide advice to different small and medium enterprise, especially on talking about the HR side, talking about the productivity, etc. So as we discussed before our panel, so I think MC can let us have more ideas, about the technology, the implication, not only on the workplace, but maybe he also covers something about the education as well as the family. So let me pass the time to Chang. So Chang, could you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Thank you very much indeed for giving me this opportunity to join this very meaningful session. So my name is Tzu Chi Chang, and basically regarding technology, my current work can be divided into two areas. The first area, given my translation background, my focus is basically on translation technology. Of course, AI can do many things. In addition to generative AI, we have many translation tasks that can be completed by AI. But when it comes to specialized translation, for example, medical translation, legal translation, financial translation, we need to have kind of substantial human input to make sure that everything is all right. So this is my first research area. And the second research area is something related to how we can really use AI to promote culture, to promote Chinese culture, and in particular, Buddhism-related values. So given the fact that in Seng University of Hong Kong, we have two research centers that are related to Buddhism. We've been doing a lot of work in terms of how we can really make good use of AI to let more people have a better understanding of traditional Chinese culture and also Buddhism. And I'm very happy to have further exploration in this section and the coming sections today. I had the opportunity to visit Tzu Chi in Beitou in October, and then wow, the facilities there are really amazing, and I look forward to having more collaboration in this regard. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Chan. So so Chan is our professor in the School of Translation, and as you hear that he specializes on how to use the translation, and I know from him that right now he's using the computer age translation. Actually, we have a program to teach our students how to use this kind of software, I guess, or the AI to improve our translation power, make it more powerful. And I see the application how to use this AI to translate those classic, especially like the those classic on the Buddhist. So we can help to promote the culture. Let more people, for example, they only read English. So can also understand the classic Chinese. So I think that is again a very powerful way to make use of the technology and help and AI that help us to become more a kind of a civilization society, so that we can share our knowledge. I still remember one of the talk we recently conduct with Chern, that why translation is important, because it helps us to understand each other better. Now without the translation, maybe you speak like English or another kind of language, while I speak Cantonese or Mandarin, I may not really understand you, So on that side, the technology might help us, to close the gap, which we speak different language, we have a different culture, but the technology can speed up the process, okay, so we can understand each of us better. So let's come back to our first question. So I just try to give a kind of an introduction to show that, okay, technology is so powerful, so beautiful, okay. Now let's explore, okay, what are the, advantages that we might have from the technology. So my first question, okay, maybe to MC first, okay. So MC, maybe could you think about any positive impact of technology towards, okay, for example, you mentioned about the job market, okay, and also maybe the education and family. So can you tell us any positive impact, okay, from your experience about the technology on your professions?
Well, thank you, Kenneth. For this side, firstly, from a workplace point of view, I think right now the AI application, I will just give some background, although I'm not that technical as Dr. Lin, she's an expert on that. But in a very simple term to summarize what the so-called large language model or generative AI is very good at, I found one sentence is very good for that is, this kind of AI is very good at doing the work in front of the screen. In front of the screen. For example, if I'm an accountant, when I'm doing journal entry or some kind of data financial analysis, this kind of AI is very good at that. And it's growing, its ability is growing. But it's not good at doing something that you can't do over the screen. I mean, like talk to the people, like you're a counselor or maybe you're doing surgery as a doctor. This kind of stuff is not that good at this moment. So there's still far way to go, as Dr. Lin said, the interaction with the reality need to take care about safety. So in this sense, especially for Hong Kong as a knowledge economy, with quite a lot of our tasks, we do it in front of the screen. It means like the finance, the legal service, a lot of consulting service. This kind of job, when we can leverage on AI, they do it quite well, this kind of job work, and then our workers' productivity can improve a lot, like 2 times, 3 times, multiple times. For me, it's like everyone become like a manager. You have fleet of AI that are junior staff. You can manage them to do their, very tedious tasks, like data analysis, the coding in data analysis. Your productivity can increase a lot, and it saves your time to do some kind of like human special work. You talk to the people, you do business engagement, you understand the real need of your customer, you organize, you try to organize all this work from a management point of view, like everyone become a manager. So you set up the rules for AI and your team, you set up the environment for them to work safely in that. So there is a huge chance for productivity increase.
Okay. So yeah, interesting. I just heard from MC mentioned. Okay, everyone, very good news. We become manager. Okay, so we have a AI subordinate. So the AI like our subordinates, and then we just to instruct the AI to do the job. But one of the challenges is that we have to do it over the screen. Without the screen, it seems to be a bit difficult. So MC just mentioned, okay, we have to work in front of the screen. Okay, so it seems we can't work without the screen. So he just mentioned like, right now we have a kind of a discussion. So if I don't have the, like the mobile phone, if I don't have any screen, okay, here, I can't use the AI. I have to better to go back to my mind, okay, and try to, drop logs, okay, and to recap, what MC mentioned. So you can see there is some limitation, okay, to use, okay, the AI. So on one hand, the AI, help to increase our productivities, okay, and we can, treat the AIs, okay, as our subordinate, okay, to help our job. So other than that, okay, what do you think about, you have any comments, okay, on education or, even the family?
Thanks for that question. How would AI change the education? To be honest, I'm a teacher, Ricky is a teacher, you're a teacher, we are all teachers. I'm not sure, but I myself do not have the definite answer for this. This is to be honest, it's more like also a challenge for university or teachers in this age, because in previous age, we rely quite a lot on knowledge memorizing. It's good for your daily work previously, but today, all the knowledge from the internet or from the books, are all embedded in the AI already. They also do the connection and the knowledge, some kind of reasoning over this kind of knowledge. So just knowledge memorizing, I know something, I can also organize something, does not make you stand out anymore in this age. So for education, we shift from knowledge transferring. I teach finance, from teaching finance, then to some kind of like ability that you can adapt into to connect different things in different scenarios. Because one weaker point of AI is that they cannot know the environment. I feel that they cannot know your context that much. You have your life, your people around you, you know them, you know your business context, you have a lot of data put in your mind, you have this kind of stuff. But all those knowledge theory, finance theory, how to do calculation, how to do data analysis, AI is so good in that. So our challenge in education or teaching people is like more like shift from, you know this finance theory, from that to how do you change your equip or structure your previous knowledge to a way that AI can know your context, can use it. So it's more like a knowledge and technology hybrid in terms of this kind of education, of this kind of skill or ability is an emerging new kind of skills. I would say like this, that needed.
Yeah, so I do agree with you. So, we don't have the answer yet. Okay, I mean, technology, or the AI is a kind of an emerging technology. It keeps changing every day. So I just recall, the discussion yesterday with Professor Leung. Okay, I mean, in his panel, he talking about, how we go to use the AI. So I still remember Professor Chris Bush. Okay, she mentioned about the liberal art. It's a very important. So on one hand, we have the tools. Okay, we have the AI. So I think MC also mentioned, the AI does not know you very well. You have your own context, so as a user, as a manager, or using MC Word, we are the manager. So you have to, make the decision, okay? Should we accept the answer from AI? As you know, the generative AI, sometimes, okay, the answer are incorrect, okay? They just make up something. So you have to have you have the value, you have a kind of a value to decide, okay, whether the information is true or not, because the AI is AI, the AI is not yours. They don't know your contents, okay? So you have to make a decision, okay, whether the answer, okay, is truth, okay, or can we use it, okay? So I think in Hang Seng U we promote the liberal art education. That is important, okay, when we use the AI. So we have, okay, to critically to judge, okay, whether the content is true, or should we use the result, do we use the result properly? So that is a kind of a training, okay? Although maybe now the AI can help to do a lot of so-called the screen work, okay? Those are very routine, okay? But we as a human, okay, so we have to make use of the AI. The AI just assists us, so we should not let the AIs, okay, replace us. I think in yesterday morning, okay, the 3 keynote speaker also mentioned about this point. So here I think we just echo, okay, what they are saying. So now I would like to pass the time to Ricky. My question is, okay, how technology may transform, because MC also mentioned about the transformation, but here I would like Ricky share about the transformation in the business practice and also the performance, and what kind of a social change, talking about the judge that are expected from the new technology. Ricky, please.
Yeah, thank you. Let me echo a little bit on MC's proposal on the direction, how to view the current topic, especially we are talking AI or automation. And I'm thinking if today the Drucker, we honor him as the father of modern management. And I'm thinking if today Drucker sitting here, what will be the first sentence he will pose to us? I'm thinking maybe one of these sentences. He will remind us technology is never the center of change. Who is the center? Is people. We are going to treat, no matter you name it as AI or any adaptation of automation. In fact, it is evolving. For example, if I citing another New York University professor, the famous book from Crisis to Opportunity, and Professor Galloway, he mentioned what influence each generation. For example, if this forum happened, for example, 20 years ago, what will be the topic? Maybe computerization. And then if you imagine if this forum is 100 a century ago, it may be electricity. And then if 200 years ago, maybe steam. And current is digitalization. So it is nothing special. We are treating and using something fantastic, like today we are talking about AI. And the second quote I would like to post is also a very famous to industry as a business runner. Every day we are doing very hard and dreaming how good we are doing. Yes, the purpose of business is to create a customer. No market we cannot sustain. Okay, so profit in the view of Drucker is good, but it needs to be good profit. In terms of the social aspect, it should be a social functioning or functioning organized society that produce public good. So in the view of Drucker, if we are going to create a customer, then Drucker will remind us management in fact is a social function. Okay, let us go back to the famous sentence. Drucker make not difference with leadership and management. In fact, it is go on the process of execution. Leadership is doing the right thing, and the management is doing things right, make it effective and efficient. And then in that process, let me share a little bit about how I adopt technology in running my business. I really, doing my business 20 years ago, the herbal culture in our southern part of China and Hong Kong people, in fact, they know how good the traditional wisdom by using herbal material to treat our body good. But I can share by that time, 20 years ago, when I facing this business, but in fact, it is declining because people can make money through, for example, real estate, through financial sector, or people with good background, especially academic. We will not go for those small business like running a herbal shop, right? And let me make it very short in my journey of so-called transforming the herbal industry under my running. And for example, I'm thinking if this culture, if this wisdom should be sustained, it must be accessible and in our daily life. So we need to grab the customer. That customer can easily be attached. So one day I just posed a question: why green tea, why juice can be in bottle shape? So I just posed a question of why not? Why not herbal can be in bottle? But that will facing a lot of challenging. So we need to resolve with technology. And then I learned how the whole process of production. And then back to about 2008, Hong Kong have financial turmoil. And then we are running short of cash. And then I suddenly find we cannot name the customer. So now, if in terms of marketing, it is CRM program. I think I'm one of the market player introduce CRM program in food and beverage business. And by that time, I use technology to assess my customer in terms of those customer benefit, and now I can easily use technology to transfer a electronic coupon to you, and then you can enjoy it with your family and also with your customer. So what drive myself in transforming, in moving my business is how to create a customer and how to build good relationship with customer. And in terms of marketing terminology, is a loyal customer. So let me conclude with Drucker thought is, on the one hand, we want to predict the future, but Drucker remind us is the best way is to create the future. So if we can use technology, in fact, we can address the customer, and also like what Apple Steve Jobs mentioned, in fact, customers don't know what they need, because who know customer need is the technology owner. So when Steve Jobs in creating the mobile phone, the apps, technology, in fact, he is creating customer. And then also now we are enjoying the product.
Okay, thank you, Ricky, sharing. So actually, Ricky and I also study marketing. So you can see Ricky applied the technology on customer relationship management. So he made use of the technology on the CRM to analyze the customer and to discover more customer. And he also mentioned about the example like the coupon. So right now we can make use of the electronic one to share with our family, no longer the paper one. Okay, so sometimes I also complain to a lot of retailers. So I actually forget to bring my coupon. So how I can go to redeem the gift. But with the help of the technology, now every coupon become digitalized. Okay, so we can even share with our family. So that is one of the bright side, how we can make the technology to improve our life, to make it more convenience and better one. But I also want to recap about from Ricky sharing about Drucker teaching. So I really agree with the Drucker thought that technology is never the center. Okay, so I think all members here, we do agree that technology is only the tool. Also start with T, okay? But it's only a tool, okay? So the question is, okay, how as a human that we can make the best use, okay, of the tool, okay, to help our work or to help our life, or even for the translation that help to promote our culture to other different people. So I urge everyone here to think about, okay, the technology, okay, how we go to use it, okay, in a more effective way, just like the manager, we do the thing right, okay? Of course, as a leader, we do the right thing, okay? So we always tell the student, okay, it is only the tool, okay? So don't fully rely on the technology, okay? Technology, from my point of view, is not, the solution, okay? So we are the one to design, okay, which is the best, okay? So talking about here, may I pass the time to Chang, okay? So here the question is, will technology make us more intelligent and skillful?
Thank you very much indeed for your question, Dr. Kwong. I think this is a very important question, and the answer is simple. It depends. It depends on how you use it. So basically, perhaps I can share with you some observations in the context of translation and language services. So a very important question regarding how we can use AI in a smart way in the context of translation is how we interact with AI. how we can interact with chatbots. So of course, in the context of translation, a very simple way for you to use AI to do translation is you just want to talk to ChatGPT or DeepSeek, translate the following sentence, or to translate the following text. 请翻译以下文字. So in our courses, so I've been teaching translation technology for more than 15 years. Basically, when it comes to AI, a very simple way for students to come up with this prompt. We've been talking about prompt engineering for many years, for over the past 2 years or so, since the emergence of ChatGPT. Do you think this is good enough? So this simple prompt can provide us with some simple translation result. But when it comes to professional translation, probably we need to do more. We need to provide more context, as Ricky mentioned, Ricky and MC mentioned earlier. Context is very important. So would it be possible for us to incorporate more information about the context of our translation task? For example, the background of the source text, and also the target text audience, the translation requirements, even translation theories. For example, in Chinese translation activities, we've been talking about 严复信达雅 for many years. So would it be possible for us to incorporate certain knowledge and skills or requirements into our prompts to make sure that the AI can really understand what what the output should be like? So this is about thinking. So in addition to understanding how AI works and then what AI can do for us, we really need to think about whether we can have better interaction with AI. We've been talking about communication with human parties over the years. So now, given the intelligence of AI, we need to think about how we can communicate with AI in a smarter way. So this is the first thing. And then the second thing, MC mentioned a very important concept, I think, that is management. So in the past, we tended to focus on management of human team members. And now we need to think about how we can have effective and efficient management in terms of AI and also AI team members. So we have a course in our current MA program, Master of Arts in Translation, Computer Translation program. We have a course that is called Collaborative Translation. So in the past, we just wanted to focus on collaboration with other human team members. But now we need to think about how we can interact with AI team members. So we need to think in a proactive manner in order to really make good use of AI. If we just use AI in a passive way, we just receive outputs without kind of critical thinking regarding the appropriateness and accuracy of the translation results. Of course, it's very difficult for us to really benefit from AI. But if we consider AI to be our companion, so we want to learn together with AI. So for example, in the context of Buddhism, I think we can really make good use of AI to learn more about Buddhism, because AI can kind of change how we really learn. So in the past, we probably rely on textbooks, lectures, seminars, but now we can talk to AI, so we can have kind of meaningful conversation with AI. So in the context of Buddhism, so sometimes it's really difficult for us to understand certain Buddhist ideas. For example, shunyata, kong, emptiness. So we have kind of misunderstanding. Well, emptiness is nothing. It's wrong. It's about interdependence. It's impermanence. So how can we really use AI, use different generative AI methods, music, images, video clips to visualize abstract concepts, challenging concepts? We want to have kind of meaningful conversation with AI. So if we know how to use AI, how we can communicate with AI in an effective way, in a meaningful way, of course, AI can be a very powerful tool for us to really enhance our skills, enhance our human intelligence.
Okay, thank you very much, Chen, for your very insightful sharing. So actually, I want to, recap, okay, what Chen mentioned. I particularly liked about the interactive. So today, we don't only collaborate with our team member, like our, college, but, we have to change the word collaborative to interactive. How we go to interact with the AI. So talking about the chat box, okay, so you have to put you have to give the right instruction. Not only talking about the input, you can't just simply type, can you help me to translate this sentence? Too simple, okay? Yeah, of course, the AI will give you a result, but it may not be a good result, or the result may not even appropriate, okay, to use, okay? So we have to think about, okay, how to communicate or interact with the AI in a smart manner, okay? So we're talking about not only the input, but the interactive or talking about the instruction. So I think that is a very important thing about how we go to interact, okay, and that get the good result. So now we can go to the challenging part, okay. We already discussed a lot of the bright side, okay, but in our conversation, so you may discover that there are some limitations or there are some challenges. So now I would like to give the time to Ricky, okay, for the first question. So what challenges, okay, would you see from using the technology? I mean, this kind of the technological change, okay. What are the challenges in our society? So any thought about this?
Yeah, one of the challenges is about our psychology. And because we enjoy much on the good old day, and we will settle in comfort zone. But when you looking at the environment, it is not because you work hard then you can win. In fact, the greater environment is changing a lot. And so the challenge is I need to manage my senior and release the psychology of fear, and then positively to treat that it is not crisis, it is opportunities. Something you don't know, then you unlearn yourself. And then, again, still use Drucker's terminology of worker is knowledge worker. Before the popular of using this term, Drucker already mentioned, at the end of the day, it is not innovation or technology driving out from our employment. It is you are ignorant, you don't know, you are not a knowledgeable, or in terms of external or employer perspective, which type of people we are going to recruit. It's not GPA 4, it is not sharp A graduate Asian, because the best GPA or sharp graduate from sharp first university is the current performance. We are recruiting potentiality and with humble mind and with positive thinking. Every day we adopt why not, yes and, it's not yes but. So I would say that the psychology is challenging. Every day you need like a picture to shift people's mind. And of course, we are in a fear situation, always thinking we are going to losing some job, causing a lot of unemployment. But I guarantee you, unemployment in past history, not because of technology, because of financial or economic downside, because of maybe produce too much good and need the market to adopt before we can further producing something better product, like current the electronic car business, and we are producing too much in the market. So always is management issue, and always is treating people, not tools, treating people use tools. They know how to manage the process. And I think we are facing a new era, and we all need to unlearn ourselves and learn to use that fantastic tools. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Ricky. So I think what Ricky mentioned about the challenge is about the management issue. Okay, so he mentioned about this all about the management issue. Especially talking about our mindset. So we have a kind of a mindset change. Okay, so now we have the technology, we have the AI. So it may give us a bit pressure. A kind of a psychological. So you fear that we will go to lose our job. Even the professor today, we will say, okay, maybe, okay, we can have the AI, okay, to replace a professor. But of course, we will argue, no, not easier because, we have a bright smile, okay. I mean, we still can think, okay. I think though that we can instruct, okay, the IT to help us. But I agree with, Ricky mentioned that we become even more knowledge worker. Even the executive, okay, the junior clerk, they become a kind of a knowledge worker, okay. They know how to use the tool, okay. But we have to manage, okay, the technology, okay, to have the better result. So I pretty agree with Ricky about learn to unlearn. Sometimes, okay, we have to unlearn the previous skill so that we have a space, okay, to learn the new things, okay. As Ricky mentioned, the world keeps changing, okay. So 100 years before, we may talking about not AI. We don't have AI in past 100 years before. We may have electricity, different kind of things, okay. So sometimes we have to unlearn, okay, our previous skill so that we have some space, okay, to learn the new thing. So now let me pass the time to Chen, okay. So we're talking about the ethical consideration, okay. So do you have any view about the ethical consideration of using the AI and technology, or except we ask our students to declare do they use AI in their assignment? What are your views?
Yeah, thank you very much for your question, Dr. Kwong. I think there are many issues we need to take into account when it comes to the use of AI. For example, AI hallucinations. And in the context of translation, there's a huge problem, I think, adding something that is not found in the source text. And also, we have kind of training data bias, for example. We have kind of very similar output, AI output, no matter whether we're talking about text generation or image generation. But I think the most important thing we need to consider is over-reliance. Yeah. So in terms of generative AI, it seems that we put too much emphasis on the output. We shouldn't overlook the process, the procedure. So sometimes we write an article, we create a piece of music. The output is important, I think. But sometimes we really want to pay attention to the process of creation, the process of generation. We shouldn't overlook that. Sometimes the process itself is even more important. In the context of translation, it's really satisfying to come up with some meaningful words that can express the original idea and the source text in a meaningful way in the target text. So the same applies to many other sectors, I think, not only translation. When it comes to Buddhism, for example, are we outsourcing too many things to AI? We need to think about that. So for example, in the context of Buddhism, we are talking about enlightenment. So we put too much emphasis on what AI can do for us. And perhaps we need to think about what AI cannot do, or what attributes, or what features that can only be done by human beings. Enlightenment is a very important aspect. 成佛嘛. So AI cannot get enlightened, but we really need to do the hard work in order to get enlightened. I think this is very important.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. Enlightened, not the AI. I think this is a very interesting call. So yes, I think I agree with Chen. Talking about the process. Okay. Of course, right now we focus a lot of output because I think in today the modern economy we always focus on so-called the KPI, key performance indicator. Even in our university, our senior management always talk to us about the KPI. Now, of course, our KPI is not about the money, but maybe the publication. So we have too many KPI. Therefore, we may over-reliance, okay, using what Chen say, okay, over-reliance on the result. But nowadays we may think about the process, okay? What is the right process, okay? And the procedure, okay, to help us to get the best result. So I think we may not have enough time, but still we have one more question for MC, okay? So MC, how may the technology, knowledge worker, we're talking about, Ricky mentioned about the knowledge worker today to deal with those technological change in the job market. So as a knowledge worker, how we deal with this kind of a technological change?
Thank you, Kenneth. I'm viewing it from a micro point of view, from a single worker point of view. And I agree with Ricky that the unemployment or the challenge is not from technology, it's more from people. So the opportunity and challenge all is like the two sides of the coin. When we say about, I mentioned about the productivity increase, it means that the competition increased fiercely, a lot. Also, for example, I would like to say in the context of Hong Kong, we all know our human capital cost is much higher than like Southeast Asia or somewhere in mainland China. So some of the service, like the accounting service or some of like the IT development service, they are outsourced to somewhere with lower human cost, like somewhere in the western part in mainland China or the Southeast Asia in Malaysia or something like that. So it's all because the cost effectiveness in terms of a single worker. But with current change of like technology, if we can catch up with the speed to enhance our productivity, maybe for example our human cost here is 2 times of like the Southeast Asian workers. But if my productivity, I can adopt to the AI technology so much, I can manage a fleet of like 5 to 10 AIs to boost my productivity per human to 5 times. Then in terms of cost effectiveness, for me, it's much more effective to take up business in Hong Kong as a worker in here as well. So there can be a chance for a knowledge economy to get back some kind of comparative advantage, especially when its human cost is relatively higher in the past. Take an example. For example, I'm doing development. In the past, you just think, or maybe a developer, I can only do one project with certain costs in for a corporate. But right now I find that, using the AI assistant, I just focus in architecture, thinking out how to manage the project, something like that. The coding, I'll left out like 80% of the coding to the AI to do so. It's in reality, right? And then I can, in the same month, I can take up like 5 projects at the same time. But of course, it challenged my management skills because I have to talk to 5 customers right now. But I dedicate my time of writing the code to AI most of the time. Then in this case, I can have like boost my productivity for 5 times. Of course, it will drive the price down because of competition. But in this sense, I can gain back some of the comparative advantage and business back to here in Hong Kong. So I think that the speed of adoption is very key because we are facing a global competition. I don't want to say about competition in here, but it's so real in the world right now, in the business world. So as a worker, I really urge that individual worker need to adopt to AI tools and how to manage it as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you, MC. So I think MC also weighs about the issue on the people side. So it seems we have to learn fast, work quick, okay, because we're talking about the adoption way. So we have to work faster in order not to be left behind, okay, although we don't want to use such global competition, okay? So we have a competition all around the world. So now with the technology, it may even make the competition more fierce, okay? So we have to better equip ourselves, but also think about, this is the people issue. It's about the mindset. We have to change our mindset. On one hand, we should not fully rely on the technology. We have, as a human, we have to think and we have to design. And as what Chen mentioned, we give them a kind of instruction, okay? We give them the input. So we are still the owner, okay? We own the technology. We use the AI to facilitate our job, not the AI replace us. Or what, we just discussed, okay, is we as a human, we need to be enlightened, not the AI. So AI is always the tools, okay, to us. So let me quickly summarize, okay, what we discussed in this panel about the managing the social impact for the era of technological change. So we discussed about the bright side, the opportunity, okay. So I think everyone here, four of us agree that okay, the technology will improve, okay, not will, but it improve, okay, our productivity and bring in more opportunity, okay. So for example, talking about like the coupon, so in the past we still use the paper one, but today we don't have the paper coupon anymore. So all this coupon may be stored in our mobile phone, and we just present the QR code. Then we can do it, okay? So as I just mentioned, in the past I always complain I forget to bring my coupon, okay? But now I have the mobile phone, I just show the QR code, that's it, that can be done. So on the other hand, we also see a lot of challenges, okay, for using the AI or the technology. So we're talking about, to me, I still remember what Professor John mentioned. So the technology is about the future skill, okay? So that is the reason why we also have the hub about, the future skill, okay? So as a human, okay, so we have to make improvement, okay? So one way to do is we have to learn, okay, keep our mind open, or we're talking about the adoption, okay? So we have to adopt the new things, okay? So that is, the challenges, okay? How we see, okay, the new technology and how we go to use the technology, okay? So that is really important, okay? That about, we're talking about the management issue. We have to manage the technology properly. It is also a people issue, how we go to adopt the technology. And also, like what Chen mentioned, it is a process issue, okay? Don't focus on the outcome, don't focus on the KPI a lot. Although I will say KPI is important, but the process is equally important. So I think that is what we discussed. Okay. So thanks a lot for your attention. Okay, and we are happy. Okay, to have any comment or we have a further sharing during the break time. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.